Awesome. We are live, guys. I am recording this. I know the participant count, there was a call going on. I was going to jump over time. There's events happening. I got my whole entire Dallas squad with me watching in the other room. Some people in the room with me. We got Chicago. I think there are like almost 200 people right now at the event just for the pre-event training. That's without guests being in the room. So I'm super excited to see what happens in Chicago. I'm super excited to see what's happening in Puerto Rico. Super excited to see what's happening in LA and New York and Connecticut, all over the world. I'm just super excited to see what's happening. And guys, I think this is going to be one of my favorite prime skill set trainings because this is a place where I really thrive. Right. This is a place where I learned a lot of lessons. This is a place where I had a lot of, wins. And it's a place where, I took a lot of losses too. And so a lot of experience over the past 5 years is going to be bundled up into this 1 hour training. I'm going to try to be as detailed as I can. I'm going to try to be as broad and give you as many examples as I can. But I'm just really going to go into it because at the end of the day, excuse me, I'm going to cough here and there. I don't know why I got this like random cough that keeps coming back up. If y'all only got some like natural remedies for me, let me know, send them my way, get into my DMs. And so beyond the point, I'm not going to go into full detail for one simple reason. You're not going to learn everything on this call, right? You're not going to master everything on this call. It's going to take time. I heard Kevin drop this bar on the last call. I really wanted to listen to his training while I was, him, Andrew, and J-Lo, while I was finishing up some of my notes. And he said, time is things I must experience, right? These skill sets that you are learning in I Am Mastery Academy take time. They're things you must experience. Learning how to cold market, learning how to hot market, learning how to post on social media, learning how to do anything takes time. And with time creates experience. And so the real training isn't going to be from 8 p.m. Central Time to 9 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be every single minute you're working your business after this call. It's going to be every single conversation you have. It's going to be every single experience you go through. It's going to be every single book you read. The real training is when you go out there and you work with the goal to make mistakes, not on purpose, but to learn where you actually have to grow. Right? We can't just read the book all day and become a pro. We have to go into the world. We have to go into the field and we have to get better. We have to see where our weaknesses are. And that's why I love this industry. I love this industry because the income that we make shows us the level that we're at. It shows us how personally developed we are. It shows us where we need to grow. It shows us where our weaknesses are. If you're finding it hard, that your hot market isn't getting started with you, it shows you how much trust people actually have in you. So this is one of the most amazing industries in the world because it shows us truly who we are. It makes us look in the mirror and it tests our greed. It tests our integrity. It tests our intention. It tests our ability to retain. This industry is one of those industries where if you succeed here, you can succeed anywhere in the world. And so let's jump into this. I have a bunch of notes. Normally, I don't like looking at notes, but I felt like there was just so many things that I needed to talk about today. So I really wanted to go into this. And so let's talk about the play, right? Let's talk about the play. And this is really, really important, understanding what is the play. Anyone who has played sports, whether it's soccer, it's basketball, it's football, it's hockey, it doesn't matter, insert it, cheerleading, I don't care, professional gaming, esports, whatever you want to be. Every team has plays. And how are plays run? Typically, coaches or a group of people design plays that the players can have so they can execute to do what? Score or win or create achievement, right? And if you were ever to play a sport competitively, right, whether it's in soccer, a lot of plays were run during free kicks, indirect, direct, corner kicks, whatever it may be, right? In football, every time you go to the line. In hockey, I don't play hockey. In basketball, every time you get the ball, there's a play being ran. And when you're in a position to run the play and you don't run it, what does your coach do? Takes you out the court, takes you off the field, takes you out the rink. A lot of you right now are sitting on the bench in your business because you're not running the play that your coaches, your mentors, your team has given you. So if you're wondering, why do I feel out of alignment? Why do I feel like things aren't moving? Why do I feel like I can't get anything done? Why do I see everyone around me winning, but I'm not? It's probably because you tried to run the play by yourself. You tried to reinvent the wheel. You benched yourself in your own business. And so I want to give you guys the play for the next 12 months so you can really see, okay, where is Tim's mind? Where is Mike's mind? Where are the chairman's minds? Where are we going as a unit? Where is Prime moving as a community, as an organization to help this company educate, empower, and enrich 1 million customers and create 1,000 chairmen by the end of 2022? And the first play we're going to be running is January. This is the most important one. This is where my eyes for the next, how many days we got? We got 50 days or 51 days left of the year is where my eyes are at. The Platinum 2000 Boot Camp in January. Write this down. This has to be a primary goal that you are focusing on. Guys, tonight we're talking about building business. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking that little thing. I'm not talking about a side hustle. I'm talking about really building big business. Millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Name a business where you can get started for $325 and have the opportunity to make $900,000 a month. It doesn't happen very often. And so you have to create this level of understanding that I have a once in a lifetime opportunity and I have to take advantage of this opportunity in my lifetime or else it's absolutely useless. And so number one, the Platinum 2000 Bootcamp. If you are not Platinum 2000 yet, you need to get with your sponsor, you need to get with your mentor and create a game plan so not only you get there, but you get people on your team there as well. Guys, Platinum 2000 is a very simple task to hit. I'm going to break down how you can do it. We're going to talk about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to get there. February, right? We have the Europe convention in Spain. This is not something personally I'm putting my eyes completely on for the teams in the United States. I'm going to be honest, right? This is more for our Spanish teams. This is going to be more for our Europe teams. This is going to be more for those of you who are probably doing this full time. You're not working anymore. Maybe you're FTMO funded. You have a very nice portfolio. You have a little bit more capital or liquidity to make trips to Europe, to get the hotels, to afford those type of things. Guys, here's the secret. That doesn't mean that you can't get people to take advantage of it. I'm going to talk about that in cold marketing. Number 3, March Madness, Palm Springs, the 10th, 11th, and 12th of March. This is the big one. After that P2000 boot camp, my only goal is to get everyone who was at that boot camp to walk across that stage as chairman. Guys, I need to put something into perspective for you. The venue for this has been selected. It says TBA in the announcements. It's been selected. Corporate hasn't finished the paperwork yet. They haven't finished the contracts yet. And we are only allowed to have there's only 8,000 seats. It's not like, February 15th, 500 more tickets. No. There's only 8,000 seats. And 25% of those tickets were sold within 72 hours of the previous event. Now, one thing I'm personally doing is every single Sunday we have a leadership meeting with all our P600s and above. And I am not going to work with any leader. I'm just not. It's going to be clear cut. I don't care. I don't care about the feelings or none of that, right? If you don't have your ticket for that event, I promise you, you're not going to work at the highest capacity that you can work over the next 5 months. This is why. If you don't make the commitment, you're going to work lackadaisically. This is why we as chairmen buy bundles. Because when we go into massive investment mode, when we make a commitment, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, chairman, we don't have to buy VIP tickets. We get chairman passes, but we all buy the tickets because we know the moment that we buy the ticket with the intention that we are VIP, we operate out of that intention. We operate out of that attention. And so you need to get your ticket. Please, for the love of God, do not wait. Do not wait. I will not feel bad for you if you do not get a ticket. You will have to do a watch party at your house. You will have to fly to Miami, Palm Springs, and sit outside the convention center and watch it from Zoom. You need to get that ticket. Guys, I spoke at a mastermind the Friday night of this previous convention, I Am United. And, I was like the second or third speaker, whatever it was. And I said, who here feels chairman, right? Who here feels abundant? Everyone starts yelling, right? It's like on a Zoom, you're dropping 2s and 3s and 7s in the chat. You're super excited. I said, who here thinks, who here knows they're going chairman after this event? 2, 3s and 7s in the chat. Yeah, right. I said, okay, awesome. Keep your hands up. Now, keep your hands up if you actually bought your ticket for the next event the moment they launched it. And 95% of the room dropped their hands. This is why we have a company of hundreds of thousands of people and there's only 600 chairmen. There's only 600 chairmen because it's not impossible to get there. There's only 600 chairmen is because some people, that group, actually do what they say they're going to do. You being chairman is not the rank in your back office. You being chairman is you doing chairman things. Investing into your business, making the commitments, sticking to your decisions, right? I always say chairman's a set of characteristics. We eat different, talk different, sleep different, invest different. We do things differently. That's why we get different results. I'm on like every call I've done, I've talked about March Madness. Every single call. There is not a moment that I will speak to a leader and I will not be talking about March, because you can't just think about tomorrow. You can't just think about this week. So many people I keep hearing this. This is a big one too. Man, this is going to be a super long training. Oh, I already know. You guys are in for a treat. Uploading this to YouTube is going to take forever, right? I'm already hearing this. I can't wait till 2022. 2022 is going to be amazing. Well, I said, okay, well, what about November 10th, 2021? What about November 11th, 2021? Is life all of a sudden going to get better January 1st of 2022? No, the only way January 1st is going to get better of 2022 is if you do things now to make January 1st of 2022 better. Everyone's going to be in momentum in January, February, March, everyone. Every single person who wants it will be in momentum in Q1 of the year. I promise you, it's a guarantee. It's how the industry cycles. But here's the difference. How much momentum do you want? Here's the difference. How many people on your team do you want prepared to accept and receive momentum going into 2022? You can be by yourself the rest of the year. That's great. You'll get people to join you in January, February, and March. But what if you just put 10, 15, 20 new people in your business in November? You train them up in December. Now you have an army working with you January, February, March. And on top of that, the moment you got them started, you got them their March Madness ticket. So now they're in the business for a minimum of 5 months with a goal in mind. I'm going to walk that stage as a P600. Can you imagine if those 20 people you got started all hit P600? 20 times 12 is 240. That means from that 20 people, that 20 group, that small group of 20 people that you went all in with now, 240 people would come from that business, helping each of them go P600. You would be P5000. You would be P5000 in March because you helped 20 people today. All right, let's move on. April, National Super Saturdays. Every city in the US, we already have each and every single chairman being placed in different locations, is going to have a Super Saturday. This isn't going to be an opportunity event. This is going to be trainings. Trainings to prepare people for June, July, and August, the Super Summer Tour, where every chairman for 90 days straight is going to be doing nothing but events after event, after event, after event, after training, after Super Saturday, after rank up, after rank up. And we're doing this for one reason and one reason only. Because in September, we have our chairman retreat, and it's between two places, and I don't want to say it because if I say where I think it's going to be at and then I'm wrong, the Puerto Ricans are going to hate me. So just know Puerto Rico is it's like a 50% chance, right? We have the chairman retreat and the next convention. That's going to lead you into the last 90 days of the year where we do what we just did right now. again and again and again and again. Guys, being successful in network marketing for the long term is helping people get into 90-day cycles for the long term, right? That is the play. That is me as the coach, you as the player, being told exactly where to focus, exactly what to do, and exactly what to work towards so that you can do the same exact thing at the end of 2022 with your 500 people in your organization running the play. At some point, you have to get tired of listening to Mike and I. At some point, you have to get tired of it and say, you know what? I'm tired of being a part of their team. I need to make my own. I'm not saying create your own group chat. I'm not saying create your own Discord. I'm not saying create your own team name. What I'm saying is it's time to go, Chairman. It's time to step up and walk into the greatness that you were supposed to receive, the birthright that you were given, and make it happen. The next thing I want to talk about is the promotions. Guys, there is not a better time. There has not been a better time in the world, like not in the world, man, in the company, right? There has never been a better promotion in the company than the two promotions that we're going to right now. So I'm going to talk about these. I'm going to make them very, very simple because we're going into our last half of this training here. And I want to make sure that you guys get everything that you need to know personally. So the $50 off promo, guys, I'm going to break this down very, very simple because I feel like there's a little bit of confusion about all this. The $50 off, right, is for the platinum packages, the FRX package, the HFX package, the DCX package, the ECX package. It is not for the elite pack. Any customer or any IBO can help someone get $50 off the package. Here is my recommendation. This is what I've been doing. We've already put 4 people in, not a crazy amount, but 4 people is 4 people. I put people on the DCX package and I get them the bounce back add-on. That's what I do. I'm just telling you, the DCX package gives you the leverage Forex side. It gives you the exchange crypto side. It gives you swipe coin, the swipe coin scalper. And then for $22.95, you get bounce back. You're going to learn about institutional trading. You're able to hop on the live sessions. You're going to get the trade ideas. It is the best, in my opinion, package. Now, that doesn't mean you still can't get people on elite. I had a guy just get started. I just did his launch call at 5 o'clock, 5:30, my bad. And he said, you know what, I'm just going to upgrade to elite. He said, I got started with the FRX package, but to be honest with you, we've been talking a lot about cryptos. I see lots of what's happening in the chat. I'm just going to upgrade. I was like, that's fine. I mean, that's good, but we got to switch your whole entire launch call now because now we have a lot more work to do, but that's fine, right? So you can still sign elites. It doesn't mean you have to force platinum packages. But for people who have been exposed to the information already, right? This is your chance to hit them up and say, hey, I have some news for you. We have a promotion going on, right? Take advantage of your pipeline. We're going to talk about that when I talk about list making. Part 2 of that, there's 2 parts of this. This pertains only to IBOs, right? If you are an IBO in the company with an active package, meaning you have an active Forex package, an active elite package, an active DCX package, whatever it may be, you now get a bonus, right? So for every 2 people that you put on, up to your first 10 enrollments, up till November 14th. And by the way, guys, November 14th is 4 days away. Literally, it ends on, what day is the 14th? Sunday, right? It's literally 4 days away. You have the opportunity to make an extra $100 per 2 people. You put on 10 new people, that's $500 extra dollars. Now, for anyone that's a customer on the call, here's my recommendation to you. Go hard, find 2 people that are ready to go because they're out there waiting for you. Upgrade to IBO before you sign them up. Get your $100, right? That's my recommendation. Guys, customers cannot get paid. It's illegal. It's against the law, not the law of I am, the law of the industry, the law of the United States. We cannot physically pay customers. That's why the promotion is like this. Promotion number 2. The top enroller promotion. This goes till December 31st. This is going till December 31st. And this promotion is amazing. This promotion is amazing because whoever gets first place out of everyone in the company, enrollments, $100,000. Second place, $50,000. Third place, $25,000. Now, this is not going to be an easy promotion to win, but it's not impossible. And what I mean by that is you are not going to become the top 3 enroller in this company if you haven't made a decision to do it already. I promise you, success is a decision. Success is a light switch. Success is something that happens overnight. It just doesn't show in the physical realm. The moment that you make a decision, something happens. The universe begins to conspire. God begins to put things together in your life to get you to the completion of that decision. The hard part is, or to be honest, it's not even really that hard. It's a you thing. It's just sticking to that decision every single day till the spiritual turns into the physical. Now, let's dive into this training, right? Guys, can you drop a 7 in the chat if those first 2 things made sense? If the play makes sense, the next 12 months makes sense, the promotion makes sense, just drop a 7 in the chat for me so I know I broke this down nicely for you and everyone's in alignment. Well, it's like super warm in here. I'm dying, and this drink is awful. I think I bought the worst flavor ever for this drink. Tastes disgusting. It's like making me thirstier. Need some water. Where's Michael? But beyond the point, let's jump into this list making. Guys, this is the part that everyone is scared about. This is the part that everyone is scared about. Douglas, hit me up on the side, or someone type in the chat for me on that question. You're good, right? This is the part that everyone is scared about. And this should be the part that you should be the least scared about, is the list, right? I'm not going to talk about cold marketing. I'm not going to talk about prospecting. I'm not going to talk about anything till you understand the list. You shouldn't be afraid of this. Every industry in the world has a list. Guys, if you were to open a traditional business today, what would you do? You would make a list of potential employees. If you wanted to create a partnership, you would make a list of potential partners. If you own a sports team, you make a list of potential athletes. If you own a studio or you own a production company, you have a list of potential musicians or up and coming artists. Everything in the world, you have grocery lists. If you don't make grocery lists, that's probably why you never have all the ingredients to make your food, right? Everything involves a list. So if you're struggling exposing 2 people a day, it's probably because you don't have a list. If you're struggling in this business, if you're seeing yourself in dry spells, it's probably because you don't have a list, right? In this industry, guys, you do not need financial capital to get started, right? You do not need financial capital to get started. Most traditional businesses are a few $100,000. I wanted to listen to this. I wanted to partner with Jason on a project, right, in Miami. And I asked him, I said, okay, cool. Like, how much is the name? Like, how much is the contract for me to get that name to franchise off of you so I can have my own? To get the piece of paper alone, listen to this. To get the piece of paper, the contract to franchise out, it was $150,000 investment. That didn't include insurance. That didn't include overhead. That didn't include employees. That didn't include product. That didn't include anything. That was the piece of paper to take a pen and sign my name. You do not need financial capital in network marketing to become successful. You need human capital. And human capital is much better because it moves faster. It moves faster. Right? So your list is your capital. The larger your list, the bigger your capital, the faster that you are going to grow in this business. And you have to ask yourself you have to ask yourself this simple question. Who am I? Who am I? Am I a poser? Am I an amateur? Or am I a professional? I want you guys to drop in the chat. What do you think you are? Do you think you're a poser? Do you think you're an amateur? Or do you think you're a professional? And I'm going to tell you what each and every single one of these means. And then I really want you to ask yourself, am I who I say I am? Or am I all talk like the sevens in the chat? Am I all talk like people screaming chairman and then quitting 3 months later? Am I all talk like saying I'm going to go all in, but working the business an hour a day? Right? A poser is someone who joins the business and never makes a call. They join the business, they go to the events, but they do nothing when anyone is looking. They hide behind doors. Some of you were afraid to answer in the chat. We only got a couple answers. Some of you were afraid. You're like, oh shit, I don't want, I don't have to go back. I don't want Tim to remember what I put and then come at me when I don't got it. Right? An amateur is someone who makes a list one time, goes through that list, and never does it again. And a professional is someone who treats this business, treats their list as their career. Every single day, they're growing the list. Every single day, they're calling through it. Every single day, they're duplicating what they're doing. You want to be a professional list maker. Guys, we do very simple things to make a very large amount of money. Like, really think about what we do. Like really think about what we do. We read books that help us grow. We jump on Zoom calls to help other people, and we collect checks from I Am Mastery Academy. Our job is not that hard. It really isn't that hard, but you make it hard when you don't do the simple things to make it easy. Guys, the list is the first thing. Honestly, if you don't have one, start it tonight. You don't got to do the whole entire thing, but do parts of it. And you want to make your list as comprehensible as possible. I put everyone on, listen, I don't want to jump too ahead here, but guys, I hit platinum 2000 off personals, because when I was going through my phone, I literally called everyone. If you gave me your cell phone number, you were not safe. I'm just being honest. If you gave me your cell phone number, you were going to know about I Am Mastery Academy. Because I wasn't going to prejudge you. I wasn't going to assume you didn't want this. I wasn't going to assume that you didn't need help. I wasn't going to assume that you were too good for this. I only wanted to get you exposed. So if it was something that you wanted to take advantage of, we can do it better. This is the way I put it. A lot of people are like, well, Tim, I don't know if I should put this person on my list or not. Are they in your business? If the answer is no, they should be on your list. Guys, the list is a living thing. It needs to be constantly expanded, constantly go through, constantly added to. It can be on a piece of paper. It can be on an Excel sheet. It can be in a notebook. I prefer on an Excel sheet personally, because then you can update it, put the last time you talked to them, so on and so forth. But really think about this, right? We talk about exposing 2 people a day, but what if you just hit 2 ranks a year? Really think about this. And I'm going to compare this to college, right? In college, typically you go to school for 4 years, right? You change your major 7 times, and then you go into the workforce and you put yourself $100K in debt to make on average 35,000. Oh, never mind. That's not this kind of training, but you get the point, right? Well, let's just imagine your freshman year, you did 2 rank ups. Your sophomore year, you did 2 rank ups. Your junior, senior, you did 2 more rank ups. And I'm not going to count P150. That one doesn't count, right? In your freshman year, you hit P6, P1. Your sophomore year, you hit P2, P5. Your junior year, you hit Chairman 10, Chairman 25. Your senior year, you hit Chairman 50, Chairman 100. What do you think sounds better? A 4-year degree in IM or a 4-year degree in accounting? Well, I'll tell you, I did both. And the 4-year degree in IM definitely is paying me more. It's definitely paying me more. And why does that happen? It's because my list, my network constantly grows. Guys, I play soccer out here in Dallas 3 times a week, not just because I like playing soccer, but because after every single game, I get 11 Instagrams. I go to every person I play. If they suck, I don't get their Instagram. If you're bad, you're not joining my business. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. But I go out and go to places where I can network with people that I know I'm good at. So they want to talk to me. and I introduce them to the business. I give them cold exposure through my stories, through my Instagram live, through my post. The list is something that naturally should grow if you're doing things you're naturally doing every single day. Now, a lot of people don't know where to start with the list. And this just start here, right? Just start here. Make a list of 10 and another list of 10, right? Put customers at the top of one, builders at the top of the other. And write down 10 names each, right? Customers are people that are probably just going to join because you asked them to. These are family members, right? These are people that can afford it, people who've always supported you, people that are doing business right now, people that need it, people that you're working with and they always are bitching and complaining about their job, right? Different things like that. Then make another list of builders, people that you know are extremely ambitious, people you play sports with that are extremely competitive, people that are dissatisfied with their current life, people that are nonconformists. They don't go, what everyone else is doing. They see a bunch of people go right, they go left. People that have a lot of money, people that are fun to work with. Just start with those 20 right there, right? Just start with that. Just at least start. The list doesn't have to be big in the beginning, but it's got to start somewhere. And here's the second thing to this. I guess I don't know if this is the second thing, but here's something to it as well. You have to categorize your list. You have to categorize your list. Are they in your hot market? Are they in your warm market? Or are they in your cold market? Your hot market, these are people you know really well. People you grew up with, people that are family members, people you played sports with since you were a little kid, mentors that you have, people that you know really, really well. Number two, your warm market. These are people you kind of know. It's like a friend of a friend, right? We're going to talk about taprooting the warm market. I don't think we'll have enough time for that. We'll talk about that maybe another day. But your warm market's like, I kind of know them. I won't hang out with them all the time, but if we saw each other, we'd say what's up, right? And your cold market are people in your phone, in your whatever, your Snapchats or your Instagram followers or your contact book. Cold is people, and you have to say, well, how do we become friends? Where did I meet this guy, right? These are people that you just don't really know. So guys, I know I was a little bit aggressive with the list. I know it's like just getting straight to the point, but you need one. The rest of this training, I promise you, is pointless, absolutely useless, get off the call kind of vibes if you don't have a list. You don't. Guys, like businesses take inventory. Network marketers, we build lists. Some of you are still scared to say you're in network marketing, but you don't know this industry has created the most 6- and 7-figure earners for the last 30 years. This industry has more 6-figure earners than corporate America. This industry is the only industry in the world that's not going to discriminate. This is the only industry in the world where every single person has the same exact system, the same exact benefits, the same exact plan. You don't go to Amway and because you're white, you get a different comp plan than someone who's black. You don't join IM and because you have a degree, you get a different education than someone who's a high school dropout. This is the only industry in the world that's fair. You may not call it fair because it's easier to blame something else other than yourself for your results. Right? So really, get a list. Trust me, it's worth it. I'm rebuilding mine right now. I have a note literally with 15 names that I have to literally call over the next 4 days because I want that $500. Not because I need it. I just want to say I did it. I think that's one of the craziest things in the world. I think we have to train for another day. I just want it. I want it because I know I can do it. Now, next thing, before you call, what's the checklist? What are things that I have to do, I have to think about before I get on the phone, before I go into someone's Instagram DMs, before I start having conversations with random people on the street? Number one is you have to check your energy level. Do you sound excited about life? Are you feeling good? Are you confident? Do you know that you have the sauce? Do you know that you have the solution? Or are you getting on the phone sounding bored, sounding scared, sounding uninterested? Or are you walking around the grocery store, looking like a bum with your head down? Or you walking around the grocery store smiling, giving people compliments, seeing if a conversation will spark, right? What is your energy level at? If you are not at a high vibration, I don't recommend making the phone calls. I don't. Take that hour that you were going to spend calling people and just build a list, or listen to some personal development, or do something that's going to change your vibration. Because I promise you, people are going to feel it. There are literally trainings. Like I went to, in my master's program, I had a class specifically, like, because it was C-class consulting, right? Specifically on presenting and what our face needs to look like when we present, where our hands need to be when we present, how we move and speak to the room. And we also learned about when we pick up the phone. Are you smiling? Are you high energy? I don't pick up the phone like, yo, Kevin, bro, how's life? No, Kevin, what's going on, bro? How are you feeling? Am I seeing you on Friday in Miami? No, too bad. Get to Miami, right? So beyond the point, like, what is your energy level at? Number two, do you know what you're inviting to when you're sparking a conversation? And this is going to really pertain to your hot market more so than anything else. I mean, I guess your cold market too, because yeah, it'll make sense. Do you know what you're inviting to? Are you having the intention to bring someone to an event? Are you having the intention to meet someone up at a Starbucks or a Panera Bread? Do you have the intention to invite them to a Zoom call or to send them to a video? You have to know exactly what you're inviting to. So when you pick up the phone, you know exactly what to say. When you're doing an event or you're doing a Zoom, hey, Douglas, what are you doing Thursday night at 7? Do you have any plans? No, I'm absolutely free. Awesome, Dougie. I'm going to go ahead and pick you up at 6:30. I'm going to bring you to an event where we're going to learn about investing. Sounds good? So I cleared Douglas's schedule because I know there's an event or a Zoom call specifically at a time that I need him there. Right? So what are you inviting to? Remember, your only objective is to educate people. Your objective as a network marketer is not to close. You can be a good closer, but you can never close someone without properly educating them. So remember, it's not about getting a sign up right away. It's about creating levels of awareness, understanding, and getting someone educated. So when they do join your business, they're joining the business excited. You just don't want to get people to join the business to build up the group volume because they're going to leave in 30 days, right? You want people to join the business because they have complete understanding, complete awareness. Their eyes are wide open to what they just partnered with. We just did a penthouse event in Dallas, packed, like 200 plus people. We didn't talk about the comp plan. We didn't talk about the pricing. Every person signed on the spot. Both of the guests that I brought signed on the spot. They're both coming to our trading night tomorrow night here in Dallas. They didn't know the price. They didn't know anything about the comp plan. They both said, we love the energy, and this is something I need to take advantage of. How do I get started? Because the energy level was high, because the speakers were confident. I was one of the speakers, maybe that's why, right? But because of that right there, people got started. So let's dive into this. We're gonna rapid fire through here, because to be honest with you, most of my trainings, I give scripts, or I give things like, okay, this is what you can say, this is what you can do. To be honest with you, I want you to fail. Each and every single one of you. I know this sounds crazy. I know this is like, Tim, that's not what mentors say, right? But it's true. I want you to fail. Each and every single one of you, I want you to fall straight on your face. I want you all to get no's. I want you all to be embarrassed. I want you all to question whether or not this is going to work. And this is exactly why. I had to do that, and that's why I got good at it. In 2017, no one was given scripts. In 2017, there was no systems. In 2017, it was, fuck, well, if we hit a wall, we know we did something wrong. We got to go somewhere else. And when you do that, you're going to learn. You're going to become better. Now, I'm not going to leave you dry, right? I'm not going to leave you dry. I have trainings, recordings. Go to the YouTube channel. You'll be good. And you're going to get some stuff here too. But really, like I promise you, really, you're not going to get good at this just from listening to me for the next 15 minutes. I promise you. You're not even going to get decent at it. You're just going to be okay. And that's okay to be okay, but you're never going to find out if you're good or not if you don't start. So let's talk about the hot market first. To be honest, This is my favorite market. This is where I do the best. This is where Tim is the most savage. This is where Tim thrives, is the hot market. Guys, I always get this question. Whenever I do a Q&A, I get this question probably 50 to 75% of the time. If I had to restart from zero and build this business again, what would I do? Like, I love that question because the answer is so simple. I would pick up my phone and I would start dialing. I know that's like, oh, that's a Wolf on Wall Street. No, but that's literally all I did. In 2017, we ran house events every single night, Zoom calls every single day, and we just built. The reason why I lost my business was because I didn't duplicate my business, right? That's a conversation for a whole other day, right? We'll talk about that a whole other training, right? Whether it's a person-driven business or a system-driven business, what you have, conversation for another day. But if I had to restart from zero, I would start in my hot market. Every successful person I know, most billionaires that you look up to, most successful entrepreneurs that you look up to, they always say if they lost every single asset they have today, where would they start? Network marketing. Because it's as simple as picking up the phone and to start dialing. Guys, the number one thing you have to understand in hot marketing, right? People that you know, getting on the phone, inviting to events, inviting to Zoom calls, having them watch a video, whatever it may be, right? Is you have to know your relationship with the person. You are not going to have success in conversation if you don't know your relationship with the person you're speaking to. There's three kinds of relationships. You have power over them, you have power equal to each other, or they have power over you. How do you know what your relationship is? You know your relationship with the person depending on how scared you are to make the phone call. Someone has power over you if you're scared to make the phone call. You have power over someone else when you know you call them, they're going to do exactly what you say, and you have power equal to each other when you don't know. You're like, oh, they might join, they might not join. That's equal power. So there's three categories you have to understand in your hot market. People that you have power over. This is typically like little cousins, siblings, friends that you've been friends with for a long time. You know, yes, people in your life, people that just do whatever you do. Like if you're the guy or the girl in the friend group, whatever you say, everyone goes with. Those are people you have power over, right? Even sometimes family members, right? You're the smart kid in the family or the smart friend in the group. You have power over these people because they trust you, not because you're some tyrant or anything like that. It's because they trust you. That's why. Number two, equal with each other. This is typically classmates. This is going to be people that you work with. This is going to be acquaintances where you both don't know each other that well. It's just people that, you know, it's like people you know, but you don't have a lot of conversation to really decide that. And then people that have power over you. This is going to be typically aunts and uncles. This is going to be parents. This is going to be mentors. This is going to be bosses or people that are above you in the workplace. This is going to be friends that make more money than you, family members that make more money than you, people that have nicer things than you, people that honestly are just more postured than you. Anyone that you look through the name, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should call, you know, Uncle Jared, because if I call Uncle Jared, like, he's probably going to make fun of me, right? He has power over you. Those three people. Now, how do we talk to these people, right? How do we talk to these individuals? The way to make this easy is just knowing how. Like just knowing how. And here's another thing. Like, I don't like the idea of, like, I don't know if it's the word prospecting or like the idea of like, yeah, I just don't like the word prospecting. I don't like that word, right? I like the idea of getting people's opinion. I am very good in hot markets, and it's specifically warm markets too. When I'm tap rooting through the team and they're introducing me to their hot market, is because my only objective is to give people's opinion. Why do I like to get people's opinion? It's because human beings like to do two things. Number one, talk, and number two, give their opinion. And most importantly, giving favors. So if you can get someone to talk If you can give someone to give you opinion, and if you can get someone to think they're doing you a favor, man, you are in a very good position to get people exposed to this business. But when you're trying to prospect, when you're trying to hunt, when you're trying to sound salesy, there's going to be tension. But when you get someone else to talk, you get someone else to give their opinion, and you get someone else to feel like now you owe them a favor, you're winning the conversation and they're going to get exposed. Let's talk about this. How do we go about these 3 categories? And I know we have Nancy's call as well, but I'm assuming she may be just a little bit late because the Chicago event looks lit. So let's dive into this. How to go about speaking to people that you have power over. This is going to depend on whether you have an event. Okay, let's say you're in Miami and you have an event coming up on the 15th with Jason Brown, Yane Rosa, and I don't think Matt Rose is speaking. Someone else is speaking, another top chairman, right? How would you go about calling a yes person, someone you have power over? Number 1, you're going to clear their schedule, right? So if I'm talking to Justin, let's say the event's at 2 p.m. on Saturday. I'm going to call Justin. Hey, Justin, I only have a minute to chat. I'm giving him a time frame. I'm telling Justin I am busy. I only have a minute, but I need to find out if you're free right now. Hey, Justin, I only have a minute. Are you free to chat really quick? I do this to rush him. I do this so he knows I'm not here to talk for a long time. I'm not here to answer questions. I'm here to get a point across. Hey, Justin, I only have a minute. Do you have time to chat? Awesome. You do? Perfect. What are you doing Saturday at 2 p.m.? Well, I was going to go to the gym, but I got whatever the answer may be. I got nothing on my plans. Amazing. I'm going to an event with a bunch of people that I admire, and I want you there with me. I have something for you that I think we're going to kill, whatever your things are. Something that I think we're going to make a lot of money in. You know your relationship with that person. If they're a red and they're money hungry, I think we're going to make a lot of money. If they really care about people, hey, I'm going to an event with a lot of people that I admire, and I think we're going to be able to help a lot of people with this information that we're going to get. It's free. I'm coming to pick you up. You're going with me. This is why knowing the relationship is really important. I can't go to someone who's a whale that just wants to help the whole world and only talk about money. I can't go to a red, someone that's very aggressive, someone very money hungry, and just, it's all sunshine and rainbows. You have to know the relationship. When I give this example. He's a P2K in the business now, and he's managed over $1 million as a trader. So he's not going to care if I tell this story. I signed him up because I called him a little bitch. But you can ask Mike. I was walking to the gym. I'll just say it's Nestor. It's Nestor. He's from Chicago, right? It doesn't matter. Chicago people aren't there on soft. I said, Nestor, bro, I'm tired of you taking forever to do this. Are you going to do this with me, or are you going to keep being a little bitch? I had power in this relationship because he knew I have result. He knows I was traveling. He knew I was making money. So I took advantage of my power relationship over him, and he got started. Do you think he's upset now that I called him a bitch? Probably not. Do I think you should do that to your little cousin? Absolutely not. But you get the point. I knew the relationship. Let's say you're inviting to a Zoom call, or you're using a tool. Hey, Justin, I have something I need you to watch. It's only 8 minutes long. I want you to watch it right now. I'm going to call you in 10 minutes. Does that work? I have power over Justin. I'm telling Justin what to do. I'm going to call Justin. I'm telling Justin we're getting started. Justin, what did you like most about that video? Amazing. We're running it up together. I'm going to send you a link to get started. I'm going to introduce you to Mike, to Tim, insert notification. Boom. These are people that you guide. These are people that you direct. This is all that you do. It is that simple. Now let's go to the other side of the spectrum, right? People you're not calling, dirty words, right? People that you're not directing, people that typically are directing you, people that have power over you. How do you talk to them? It's almost the same, but a little bit different. Let's say I want to talk to Kevin. Kevin's my account. This is how I got my accounting mentor signed up, right? My accounting mentor is in the business. He's doing stuff with the government now. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk. All I know is I had a CIA agent in my apartment, and I had to answer a bunch of questions. Right? That's all I know. He's a big shot now, and with a 3-letter organization. And this is what I did to him. I said, hey, Anthony, I was at work. I said, hey, I have a minute of your time. Can I get a minute of your time? See how I did that? Like, do you have a minute? Can I get a minute? Can I get a minute of your time? Awesome, cool. Well, I'm actually partnering with a group of people on a project that I've always been actually pretty interested in. And I think it's something I'm going to go all in with. But you've always been someone who's had my best interest in mind. And I would love if I can get your opinion on it before I decide to go all in with it. Can you do that for me? You see how I compliment him? I tell him where I'm going. I make him feel very important. I put him in a role to make a decision for me. All right? I'm going to do this with or without him. I don't give a shit. Not a care in the world. But I know he has power over me. He makes more money than I do. He's more professional than I am. He's way smarter than I am. And I was scared to introduce him. So I had to switch how I talked about it. Right? Oh, cool. Yeah, I can check it out. What do you need me to do? Do you know, are you inviting him to an event? Or are you inviting him to watch a video? Or are you inviting him to a Zoom call? For him, I brought him to an event. Right? It was an event with Jason Brown and I spoke at it. He got started because of that event. Someone who made way more money than me, someone who I had a lot of respect for, someone who was already extremely successful, did not need I am at all. I brought him to an event because I knew Jason Brown was going to be there and I knew Jason could close him if he saw Jason. Right? What about people that you have equal relationship with? Do a little bit of both. Right? Do a little bit of both. Let's say Andrea and I are classmates. Hey, Andrea, do you have a minute to chat? Cool. Yeah. I remember you and I were talking and you were saying you're super frustrated at your job. And I actually came across something I think you can take advantage of. Right? I don't think it works for everyone, but it's definitely something you should look at and let me know what your honest opinion about it is. Maybe we can do it together. Right? I'm not overly aggressive. I'm not telling her what to do. I'm leaving it open-ended. But here's the thing. I know she's going to say, sure, can I check it out? I'm going to send her an 8-minute video. I'm going to bring her to an event. I'm going to have her hop on a Zoom call. If I have a good relationship with my mentor, I think my mentor is a very good presenter, whatever it may be. And boom. Guys, I hit P2000. I was doing a training on this in Houston with some of the people who are staying at the Airbnb when we went out to dinner. And I did not do a single presentation till I was Platinum 2000. Not a single one. Not a single Zoom call. I spoke at home events because I was there. It was my house, right? It was my friend's house, actually, right? I was there. I had to. I'm the guy hosting it. But I didn't do a single Zoom call to get all that stuff launched. This is why. My mentor told me, Tim, if you get me introduced to people, I will do the work for you. And that's all I did. I became a master of inviting. I became a master of getting people on Zoom calls because I knew my mentors had the results my friends wanted and they would perform. I knew it. Right? I knew it. So I did it. I did P2 without doing any work. Guys, it's not hard. It's how well are you going to leverage the system? Guys, P150, like these are how I do the first couple ranks. Like P150 is you finally bought it. Like when you're a customer and and you're just a customer, I'm going to be honest with you, you're probably still being recruited because I personally don't think you believe in what you're doing yet. I'm going to be honest with you. It's like you don't believe in what you're doing. You don't, or else you would have talked to someone about it. And if you're actually really smart, you would understand if you built accountability network around you, you'd probably learn to trade much faster. That's why I think a P600, you're just a smart customer. That's it. You're just a customer that understands having people around you is going to cut the learning curve. That and or give you residual income to pay for your investments. A P1000, no problem, Andrea, I'll send this recording out. A P1000 is the first level of leadership. To me, this is the first level of leadership. You can hit P1000 on accident. This is why I think it's so funny to me. Like this is why P1K, so many people hit P1K and fall off. Because P1K is just the first level. It's the accidental level. You can hit it by accident. You sign 3 really good people. They pop off. You don't do anything for them, so they leave and they go somewhere else. Right? P1000 is the first level of leadership, but it's, to me, until you hit P2, Until you hit P2, that's when I know you're serious. P2 is the foundational leverage for chairman. When you hit P5, it's inevitable. Your full-time income, I know you're going chairman. Anyone that goes P5 goes chairman. It's inevitable. It only is inevitable, right? So I don't know where I was going with that, but take notes and you use that for your own thing. Warm marketing, I'm not going to talk about that. That's honestly a training for people P6, P1, P2. Guys, warm marketing is the same thing as having that relationship, middle ground conversation. Warm marketing is now you. Let's say, Douglas, I have Douglas, Kevin, and Kevin on my team, or Sabrina on my team. They're now coming to me and saying, hey, Tim, I have a really good friend of mine. I want to introduce you to him. He's interested in the business. That's my warm market. My warm market is my team's hot market. You probably shouldn't be going into there till P1, P2. I'm just being honest. If you have someone on your team, let's say you're a P150, you have 3 people on your team, and one of the people on your team want to build, right? Introduce them to a P1, a P2, or a P5. Or me, whomever. I don't care. Introduce them to someone else because you are still learning too. I'm not saying that you can't learn together. I'm not saying that you can't hit ranks together. What I'm telling you is when you have a runner, do you want to work with a runner while you're only jogging, or do you want to give them to someone who's sprinting that can help them accelerate the course of them getting to where they want to go? You're going to hit ranks much faster when you stop trying to take ownership over everything and you give things up. Right? It's like when we brought Rob and John Adams into the business. In the beginning, they just needed our help. They needed to know how to work the system. They needed to see us do presentations. They needed us to show them how to create inventory. They needed things in the beginning. But we knew with Rob and John Adams, once we gave them their foundation, we had to step away because they just needed the foundation. They were coming in with experience and they were ready to run. They just needed the proper advice in the beginning. Because we stepped away, we didn't limit them from what they were able to accomplish and what they continue to accomplish with their teams, right? Sometimes you have to drop your ego. You want to build internationally, you have an ego, I promise you, you never will build internationally. That's a training for a whole other day, maybe another time, right? But you have to be egoless. Now let's talk about the cold market. I'm going to keep this very, very simple. I promise y'all we're going to be done in the next 10 minutes. You're going to sign a majority of the people is going to come from your cold market. To be honest, your hot market's your practice. Your hot market's your practice. It's like your friends aren't going to join you in the beginning. I had a very weird, I remember when Jason Brown came out to Chicago for the first time. This is when he was like chairman 10 or chairman 25 or something like that, maybe even chairman 50. And he was like, this is a really weird business because all your friends are doing this. And that's not normal, right? He said, most people that build fast do it with people that they don't know. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a scary thing. It's because most people you don't know don't have a preconceived notion of who you are. Your friends still remember you as the goofball that you were in high school. And here's another thing. They don't just remember you as that. They want to keep you and remember you at that level. Because the moment you start to become something different is the moment that they start losing control over you. It's the moment they start realizing that they're falling behind. And it's the moment that they begin to say, damn, I haven't done anything with my life. That's why most of your friends don't join in the beginning. And if your friend goes, oh, well, he's just saying that because he's your leader and network marketing is this, that, and the other. No, look at where your friend's at right now in life. And then, really have an in-deep thought conversation with yourself. All right. So most people you're going to sign are going to happen in the cold market, people that you don't know. Guys, this is why social media is super important. You don't need 1 million followers. You don't. You don't need the highest quality photos. You really don't need any of that, but you need to be consistent. I'll let Kevin do a social media training, a cold market training on all that sauce later, but you need to be consistent. This is why your social media is your business card. It is your business card. This is so important. I get this question asked a lot. Well, Tim, when I'm cold marketing and I'm what's it called? And I'm in a grocery store, or I'm at the gym, and I want to prospect people. What do I say? You don't say anything. When I'm meeting people for the first time, I pique their interest by telling them a little teaser of what I do, depending on how well my goal in conversation is to find trigger points. I'm looking for a little thing that I can connect what you do, where you're struggling, or where you want to go to my business. Because I know my business is the solution. And the only way I'm going to get your information is if you're piqued by who I am. So when I'm meeting someone random, my goal is not to break down what I do. My goal is to pique their interest and get their interest. I don't like getting phone numbers because now it requires me to go out there and talk to them. Not because I'm lazy, but now when I call them, there's no continuous exposure. If I give them my Instagram, they're going to look through my photos. They're going to read my bio. They're going to see my highlights. They're going to look at my stories and they're going to be like, who is this guy? I just met this guy at a Kroger. He was buying avocados. I know he's traveling the world, right? Like, who the heck is this guy? Now the interest is peaked so much more. So when you're cold marketing in person, it's not about you throwing up all over them. They're probably going to give you the wrong phone number. Like, don't go chasing people. Like, if they don't give you the information, leave them alone. If you feel like you keep trying, leave the conversation alone, guys. Like, not everyone is meant to be in your business. I see this happen all the time. And it's embarrassing because if the person doesn't want to give you the information, stop fighting for it, right? Like that's a, what do I say that? That's not abundant. What's the opposite of abundant? I can't even think of a word. It's not on my vocabulary. That's a scarcity mindset. You think you need their information. You think you need them, right? You think if you don't get their information, oh, my business is going to fail, right? Trust me. There's plenty of people out there. Right? Number 2, social media. How do I approach? And I'm going to just keep this super, super simple. It's going to be the last thing that we talk about. How do I hit people up on social media? Guys, what I do, I'm going to tell you what I do. You can use what I do. You can go again, whatever you want to do. All right? I get straight to the point. Because I have the social media, the look, right? The consistency, all the things I just talked about before that allows me to do this. So when I hit someone up on social media, I'm go through geotags. Guys, there's events happening in Chicago. There's events happening in Dallas, events happening in Puerto Rico, things happening in Europe, things happening all over the world right now. And you don't have to be there to build businesses there. To be honest with you, I think the best system, offline system in the US is going to be Dallas. From just what we're doing right now. It's my personal opinion. So knowing that, go to Dallas geotags. Look up universities in Dallas, graduate schools in Dallas, programs in Dallas, and start going through people's account. I want to start building on Arizona. I want to build an Arizona team. I want to build a whole new team. Like, I want to go to a city where it's a whole new team. This was just me, right? I want a whole new team. No other, no Milwaukee, no Chicago, no New York, a whole different team. And this is what I did. I went to ASU, Sun Devils, and I started searching through the basketball teams, the soccer teams, right? The football teams, the academic groups. And I'm looking for people's Instagrams. And I want to go to their Instagram and engage with them, right? If I see Kevin's Instagram and he's a photographer, right? And I'm like, damn, he's creating a lot of dope content. He has a lot of amazing engagement. This is what I'm going to say to Kevin. Kevin, I came across your page and I absolutely love what you're doing with it. I can tell you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into it. Have you ever thought of other ways to capitalize off of it? I don't talk to people about cryptos. I don't talk to people about options. I don't talk to people about Forex. I talk about capitalizing. Because here's the thing. This is just my perspective. I'm at the point in my life too, where I'm not just limiting myself. I'm not just limiting myself to I am. Yo, they got a great opportunity and I can invest into it. It's going to create passive income for me. I'm going to do it. Sometimes when people hear Forex, they have a negative connotation. Sometimes when some people have got burned on Dogecoin, on Shiba, on all these other different things, they have a negative connotation. So I say, hey, are you open to capitalizing? And Kevin's going to give me one of three answers. Answer number one, he's not going to answer me. That's a no, right? Answer number two, he's going to say, no, I'm not interested. That's an answer. Answer number three, he's going to say, well, I guess there is four answers, right? Answer number two, he's going to say, no, I've never thought of anything like this. What do you got? Or yes, I have, but I really don't have anything in mind, right? I'm going to then say, hey, how open are you to jumping on the phone? Let's chat. I'm confident and now at the point where I know if I get Kevin on the phone with me, I build a relationship with him, I tell him a little bit of what I do, I can get him on a Zoom call. I know I can do that, right? What if you're not confident about it? Here's an easy way. This is an easy way to go about this, right? Hey, are you, exactly what I said. Hey, Kevin, I just came across your page. I can see you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into it, and you get an amazing amount of engagement. Have you ever thought of other ways to capitalize off your social media? Yeah, I'm super open to looking for ways to make money. It's hard out in these streets, wherever the hell he says, it doesn't matter, right? Cool. Well, I don't want to waste your time. And honestly, message number two needs to be a voice message. Message number one, text. Most people are kind of weird when you send them a voice message right away. Shoot them a text, get them to respond, go into voice message. Hey, I don't want to waste your time. And what I do may or may not be for you. But if I sent you a quick 8-minute breakdown on how to create, maybe 5 to 7 different streams of income online while still being able to do what you're doing, would you want to check it out? It's either a yes or it's a no. If he says yes, edify and send the video. Ask him when that you can talk. Ask him what he likes best about it. Get him plugged in a 3-way chat on Instagram with your mentor. Guys, keep it stupid simple. You're not a robot. You're a human being. Be you. Talk like you. Like, how would you invite your friends to go to a restaurant? How would you talk about a movie that you really like? How would you talk about the sport that you love? How would you do all these different things? Translate that just to I am. Right? Like, don't become a different person just because you're doing a different thing now. Yeah, you got to become a better person, a better version of yourself, but it doesn't mean you got to sound like a script. You got to sound like a robot. You got to say things you want to say. What I say and works for me, it may not work for you. Vice versa, what you do may not work for you. Like, I can't be Layla. Layla goes into people's inbox, what's up, queen? I can't do that. Or she goes, what's up, babe? Like, I'm not going to say, what's up, babe, to 100 girls on Instagram. Shit's going to get terminated. You know what I'm saying? Right? Our terminology is different, but concept is the same. She gets straight to the point. I have a very successful business. Like, this is me. This is all I'm doing moving forward. Hey, Kevin, I have a very successful business. I think you can massively take advantage of it. And I want to expand your area when you have time to chat. I don't care. I'm not building a relationship with you because how do I know I even want to? I will build a relationship with you once you're in the business or once we get on the phone call. Don't get caught up in having a 5-day conversation. And don't tell me, oh, well, Tim, I don't want to seem salesy. You are salesy by doing that. Let me explain to you. Imagine building a relationship with someone for 5 days, and then you throw a fucking business opportunity at them, and they go, oh, no wonder why they talked to me so long. They were just trying to get me to look at their pyramid scheme. Goofy. Get straight to the point. Do you like your time being wasted? Do you like people BSing you? Do you like people hiding in the bushes, or do you like people getting straight to the point? Guys, everyone is too close to 0 streams of income right now. AK meaning if you have a job, you're probably screwed. Not because you're going to lose it, but because you're going to work till the day that you're dying. So everyone is looking for something right now. Statistically, they are. The numbers don't lie. I'm not saying this to motivate you. I'm not saying this because I've done it. I'm saying this to you because this is true. This is fact. Go research it if you want, or you just believe and you can look at the results that I have. That's it. Make it simple. Make it easy. Guys, there's 3 things you need to do every single day. I'll end it with this. You need to grow your mind. You need to plug into the system. And you need to expose 2 people a day. If you do that every single day, and you duplicate that every single day to people on your team, you will grow exponentially. The personal development is going to grow people's mindsets, and it's going to increase your retention for the long term. Plugging into the system is going to create excitement, and it's going to get people results. Exposing 2 people a day is going to grow your business at a compound level that you cannot even understand till it happens. The reason why people don't do it is because it's so simple, you think it doesn't work. But the people with the best results are the ones doing all the simple things. So guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Get your tickets to March Madness. Get your eyes focused on January for the Platinum 2000 Bootcamp. If you have any questions from this call, message me. Talk about something you really liked in the community chat. Talk to something you took away from this call that someone on your team needed to hear. Go share it with them. Go jump on the phone with them. I know I have 2 more calls this evening. I have a couple things I have to personally do before I go to Miami tonight. I am swamped, but I'm just so excited and vibrating on such a high level because there's so much good things going on. Guys, you know how excited I was when Early Bird sold out? I was upset because some of you who didn't buy your tickets, like, damn, yeah, it's extra $100. But I was excited because that shows us exactly where we're moving as a company. We are moving to 1 billion. No, I almost said 1 billion customers. We're moving to 1 million customers. We're moving to 1,000 chairmen. We're moving to $1 billion company. And Prime is going to follow suit by doing the same exact thing. So I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Chat with y'all soon. See you guys at the top.